Welcome to Excel spreadsheet or module number 8 for AMM 2510. And in this one, we're going to be doing pivot tables and dashboards and using slicers. Okay, so if you open your Excel file, you'll have 3 worksheets, one with 2 years worth of data, one with just orders for December 2014, and one point of sale data. Okay, so we're going to create a pivot table from your first worksheet. So this is section 1. And the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and select, and you can either do insert pivot table and click OK, or you can do Alt and V, which is the shortcut. So either way will work. Okay, and you're instructed basically to add sales rep to column label. So we want to see sales rep for columns. We want to see actual sales for your values, and we want to see year and month. So you need to put the year, add the month, and then the year. Now you were instructed to put the month and then the year, but look at what happens when you add the month and then the year. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. So I want to make sure you understand that changing the order matters. Look, if I change and put the month underneath the year in the quadrant, look how much better it looks on your actual pivot table. So the order does matter. You can put more than one category in each of these quadrants, and the order does matter. So make sure if you do this and you're like, I know the information needs to go in this quadrant, but it still doesn't look good, you can just change the order and it can actually work better for you. So you're instructed to go ahead and make sure that it's in tabular form. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that you go under design and you go under report layout, and you're going to say tabular form. It's the third item. And now the year is on this first column, and then you see the months. And it'll give you the year totals as well as the grand total. After that, if you notice, we do notice that we have currency, but it's not formatted as currency. So what you want to make sure is that all your currency, now you can go to home and go to the settings in your ribbon, but a quick easy way is to just select your cells, right click, format cells, and do currency, 2 spaces after the decimal, and click OK. Another thing that you can do, and I notice that I see the hashtag, so I just need to make my columns just a little wider. Another way you can do it is right click, value, field settings, go under number format, and same thing. It'll take you to the same menu. So either one will work. Okay, but we want to make sure we see currency. Another thing that we're noticing is that we have blank cells. And what were we instructed in this course? No blank cells anymore. We want to make sure that it says not available. Now you could technically go in there and just type in NA, but that's going to take too long. Let's let Excel help us out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and right click on the cell, and you're going to go to pivot table options. Okay, when you go to pivot table options, it takes you to this sub menu. You're going to scroll down right here where it says format and see where it says for empty cell show. Make sure that's checked off, and then you're going to put capital N / capital A for not available. Click OK, and there you go. It will fill up every blank cell with not available, and it'll make it much easier for you. So you do it all at once and not have to do it one at a time. Okay, so at that point you can go ahead and format. That's all you're doing for this particular table. So you just want to make sure you do all the basic formatting that you're expected to do. So for example, you want borders, you want a thick outer border for the perimeter. You want to make sure that you have center alignment for your data and your column headings. So make sure you fix that and do all the basic formatting that you have to do. Okay. Once you do that, you just make sure that you follow the questions that you're instructed to follow. So there's questions A through D. So once you finish your table, list the top salesperson for each year. So there's 2 years worth of data. So you're going to list 2 salespeople and make sure you identify which year, which of the 3 salespeople needs improvement and why. which year generated more sales, and what month achieved the most sales each year. Okay, so you have three sales reps to pick from, sales rep A, B, and C. To look at the information, you have each year broken down by month, and you have the totals for each section. So you have all the information so you can answer this. Once you're done, save your worksheet as Sales Info 2016-2017. So just make sure that you go ahead and click on this, right click, rename, and you make sure that you follow the prompt. So Sales Info 2016 and 2017. So if you're instructed to name it a certain thing, make sure you do. And make sure that it's saved in the correct order. So it needs to come right after your original worksheet. So that is part 1 of Excel spreadsheet number 8.